Hey you guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So before I get started, I want to say, I like your shirt. Is that new?
Yeah, it is. I like your shirt. Is that new?
Yeah, it is. How strange that we're both wearing brand new Mickey Mouse gear today.
Yeah.
But is it really that weird?
I think so.
So today we're going to be talking about some old series that used to be on the Disney Channel that have been vaulted, meaning you can't watch them on the air, you can't watch them on Disney Plus, and we're here to do something about it. Hopefully some of these shows will jog a little memory for you. I think most of them bring us right back to our childhood. So without further ado, let's get into the list. So first, we've got In a Heartbeat, which aired from 2000 to 2001, starring Shawn Ashmore, which you might recognize from Cadet Kelly. And then we've also got Lauren Collins and Regan Pasternak. So basically, this show is about 4 high school students who are volunteering part-time as EMTs. So of course, we're learning about their business side and their high school side. Plus, there's some family dramas in there too, which is where Lauren Collins comes in because she plays Regan Pasternak's younger sister. And she likes to stir stuff up.
All right, so next we have Radio Free Roscoe. This ran from 2003 to 2005, starring Kate Todd, Nathan Carter, Nathan Stevenson, and Al Mukadam. So Kate Todd is the most memorable kind of name that's in that show. She did appear in The Life of Derek.
Series.
Just kind of a short stint in there. So basically this show is about 4 high school students who start an off-campus radio station anonymously. And they have kind of code names. So we've got Pronto, we've got Question Mark, Smog, and Shady Lane. Oh my, what a show it was. It was such a good show. I think it was one of my favorites.
And then number 3, we've got Zoey 101, starring none other than Britney Spears' baby sister, Jamie Lynn Spears. And we've also got Paul Butcher, Victoria Justice, who you all know from Victorious, of course. And then we also got Chris Massey. So basically, this show is about an all-boys boarding school, which is now opened up to girls. So everything that used to be all boys is now co-ed. Can you imagine? Yeah. So we've got the soccer team, which they're not splitting into boys and girls. They're like, doesn't matter your gender. If you want to be on the team, you got to earn your spot.
Yep, you got to mingle.
You got to, and you got to think about like the stresses for boys, like all the things they'd have to do differently.
Yeah.
Like Zoe's little brother, who's played by Paul Butcher, he's started in kindergarten at this school, and now suddenly he's
was
like
so tiny with those big teeth.
the
little tiny
he was so
blonde kid with the
adorable
teeth.
though. But yeah, so like now he's in this school sharing classes with girls and having his first crushes, and it must be like, if you think about that situation, how weird it would be to just suddenly like all your life be with just your gender, and then suddenly like as you're like entering puberty, it's like boys and girls everywhere. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, but that was a really, really good show, and I really don't actually understand why it isn't on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lessons in it, and there was a lot of celebrities had their guest appearances in that. Drake Bell was in that for a little while, and not a little while, he was in it for Jeanette McCurdy, even iCarly, or whatever, Miranda Cosgrove, she even made, like,
was on it.
It had all the Nickelodeon kids in it, so.
Right, so number 4, we've got You Wish. This ran from 1997 to 1998, starring John Ailes, Harley Kozak, Alex McKenna, and Nathan Lawrence. So this show is about a genie who comes to live with kind of a normal family. They discover him in a magic carpet, and the rest is history. There's this line at the very end of he does a little skit at the end of every episode, and this one just for some reason stuck with me, and it's like he's standing there like at the kitchen island, and he's like doing something, and he's like, one mouse is mouse, 3 mice is mices, dynamite blow my doggy to pieces, and then it ends, and it's just like, what? But that has stayed with me for like, what, 20 years now?
Yeah. And number 5, we've got Flight 29 Down, which aired from 2005 to 2007, starring Corbin Bleu, which of course we all know. He's a Disney icon from High School Musical, Jump In, and of course he's actually more recently been in The Fosters. He was in the musical episode where they were doing Romeo and Juliet as a musical.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was.
I forgot about that.
But it also stars Johnny Pacer and Lauren Storm. So this show is about 7 kids who are in a plane crash. They crash on a desert island. So basically it's a family version of Castaway meets Lost. And so
That was like perfect.
truthfully, I actually don't understand why this show hasn't made it to Disney. I know we've said that before, but Corbin Bleu. I thought that anything with Corbin Bleu.
Johnny Pesar, wasn't he in
A Disney Channel original. Yep, he was in Now You See It.
Yep.
So that was, and he was in a lot of other stuff too. He made like small appearances, but like he's had his own movie that was a Disney Channel original, which is actually on Disney. And
so it's weird that little things that also star that said Disney character.
Yeah. Well, and especially because they've got like the Disney Channel series, or the Disney Plus series of High School Musical even, and they're talking about him a lot. And I just don't understand how Corbin Bleu slipped under the radar, even though he's kind of like the big deal of Disney.
So at number 6, we've got Art Attack. This ran from 1990 to 2007, starring Neil Buchanan. Oh, what a great show. Oh my gosh. It was pretty much just teaching kids how to do art. Yeah, it was just surrounding like art tutorials, how-tos, incredible large-scale time lapses like with sand or with socks or
for whatever reason, I really remember the gym equipment.
Yeah, I remember that one too. He always had like different colored sands though too.
Yeah.
Like, just big bags of it, and he would just like spread it around, and somehow he knew where it was supposed to go.
Yeah, and it always turned out like...
Could you imagine though if like one little bit off, it would have looked like a duck instead of like a...
Abe Lincoln?
Yeah.
No, it was just so like, it was so intriguing. Like the minute he started, we'd start guessing and guessing and guessing. And we never got it.
No.
Because it was like...
It was just such a good mystery though. It was so cool.
But yeah, even I remember like as a kid, like I think I tried everything he did.
I remember the cast. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
She made a paper mache cast and wore it for a week and told everybody that she broke her arm and then took it off one day.
It was 3 days.
Okay, well, it
was
might
in
as
first
well have been
grade.
a week. It stunk. Because she didn't take it off. And you were itchy and you kept sticking things in there and you got a couple things stuck like a
But
pencil.
it wasn't tight. I remember I could take it off. I just didn't.
You just didn't.
So,
Weirdo.
But yeah, no, I loved that show. That show was my everything.
Yeah, I think this was like the best kid-friendly...
And even adult-friendly.
Yeah, family-friendly.
Number 7, we got The Latest Buzz, which aired from 2007 to 2010. Now, I'm going to talk about these guys in groups. So we've got Monroe Chambers, Justin Kelly, and Demetrius Joyette, who all joined Degrassi, The Next Generation, around season 10, season 11-ish. And then we've got the wonderful Vanessa Morgan, who you guys probably know as Tony on Riverdale. She got her first big gig on a Disney Channel show. And again, with her character being so big and with Riverdale being so big right now.
With like such a standing.
I can't believe that they wouldn't take advantage of that by playing her earlier stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure she sang in that show,
you've seen this one. Watch her in this one over here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so basically The Latest Buzz was about a group of students who had a after-school gig with a magazine. So they wrote for a really cool youth magazine, and they all had different columns, and it was... I think for me, I loved it so much because I was an aspiring writer as a kid. Not that I'm not now, but...
They had some like good humor and stuff though.
Well, yeah, and having kids my age doing some of the things that I loved and experiencing things that I was experiencing. And it's not every day you come across someone your age. It's like, I want to be exactly what you want to be.
No.
So it's really cool to see like kids at that time that were my age doing things that I wished I could be doing.
Yeah.
Of course, we didn't have magazines in my school that we could have written for, but it'd be really cool if we did.
On to number 8. So we've got House of Mouse with this one running from 2001 to 2002. This one stars all of these guys.
Ouch.
These guys here kind of ran the show. So we had chauffeurs, we had waiters, we had Mickey like running the show. He was kind of like the VJ of the night. So pretty much it was kind of like an open mic type thing where they all just kind of got up and did their thing, and they had little shorts with all of the characters, and they kind of incorporated everybody together, and it was really, really cool.
So what she means by incorporate everyone together, so basically it was Mickey Mouse's gang who were putting on the show, and then in the audience you had every Disney movie character you knew.
Every single character.
Tarzan, Ariel, all of them. They were
Winnie
all
the
in the
Pooh.
audience. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. You see Tigger bouncing in.
Yeah.
So definitely like really, really cool. You see all of the characters you absolutely know and love, and it was really cool to see them all mingling. Like you see the Disney, like you see the Mickey Mouse characters all talking to like your Disney movie character. Oh my god, it's so hard to explain, but you know what I mean. Everybody's in it.
Why isn't it on Disney?
Literally, it's Mickey Mouse and Disney characters.
All of them.
It's like
all of it. They are the epitome of Disney.
So number 9, we've got Brotherly Love. So this show aired from 1995 to 1997, starring Joey Lawrence, who you guys will probably know from Melissa and Joey. And then it's got Andrew Lawrence, who you guys might know as, first of all, the voice of TJ Detweiler in the show Recess.
I just found that out and I'm mind blown.
Yep, and then he also played in a movie called The Other Me, and he had a small role in Jack Frost, as well as many, many others.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've also got Matt Lawrence, who was, I think his biggest role was probably in Mrs. Doubtfire, but he also was in Boy Meets World later on. And I think my favorite thing about these brothers is that they also do a lot of projects together. So they had like Jumping Ship, obviously Brotherly Love. They had a TV show called Blossoms back in the day. And then I love that you just see them pop up in each other's
they
projects.
just make these cameos and just to kind of help each other out.
Yeah, well, it's great because like in Melissa and Joey, Joey's brother Andrew plays a teacher, and then his brother Matthew plays his brother. So it's like, it's really cool to see them pop up all the time, and like almost anything, like they share credits in a lot of things, and it's really cool. So this show is basically about 2 brothers who live with their mom in her late husband's garage, and their half brother, who is much older than them, shows up, actually hoping to collect his third of the inheritance from the family business. When he finds out that there isn't any inheritance because they broke, he decides to stick around and get to know his brothers a little bit while trying to get the garage back on track. And honestly, I think that the reason why I loved it so much was not only because it was the Lawrence brothers, and like if you didn't love the Lawrence brothers and you're from the 90s,
What's wrong with you?
But I think it also has to do with like my brothers.
Our brother.
Are 15 years older than me, 13 years older than her.
Yeah.
And he's our half brother as well.
Yeah, we didn't meet him until
I was 3.
I was 5, and
so like I feel like it was very, very similar to their situation, and it's like interesting to see because I've actually been watching the show on YouTube.
And
lately.
it's interesting to be like on the outside of that relationship to see the comings and goings of a newly formed family.
Yeah, like seeing like the difficulties, like how the youngest brother, who was 6 at the time, when the 20-year-old brother comes back, how he's just like, hang out with me, play with me. But you know, the older brother's like, girls jobs,
and
money, cars.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they've got different interests, they've got different time spending habits.
Yeah.
So, and they have like they're finding hard time finding commonalities.
All right, and that brings us to number 10, the last but certainly not least. I think this one packed the most punch for everybody. The Amanda Show, 1999 to 2002, starring Amanda Bynes, who you would certainly know. She's the Man, What a Girl Wants, and
Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar. Also, she was in a little bit of all that. She's got quite the
Hairspray.
resume. Oh, Hairspray. Yeah. How did we forget about Hairspray?
Zac Efron.
I was like, what movie is that? Also starring Drake Bell, who you would also have seen in Yours, Mine, and Ours, and he made up one of 2 parts of Drake and Josh. Now, which one do you think he was? We also have Josh Peck, who, if you saw it, you would know this is an amazing movie, Mean Creek. It's so great. He's also in his own YouTube channel now. He was in Red Dawn, and he was one of the weasels on Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
All of them. The last, like, 3 of them, right? There was, like, 3 of them with the weasels in it.
The weasels. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Possums.
Possums.
They were possums.
Like an old early time possum. Anyways, so the Amanda Show is pretty much like a comedy sketch series, but it's family friendly. It's not like Comedy Central where they're like, oh, all these really bad jokes. So it also did some segments where it was kind of like real life things. They kind of mimic things, like Judge Judy was Judge Trudy.
Judge Judy.
There was also, they did things like the Brady Bunch, Lassie, and
They had like a hillbilly
Yeah.
sibling series.
yeah,
And
where
like
they were from like Arkansas and
Arkansas.
oh, it was funny.
And Music with Kyle.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's a really, really cool show.
yeah,
And I feel like they really, really catered to like what they knew kids thought was
Yeah.
funny.
and it was such
hilarious.
a great hit. Please bring it back. Please bring some positivity back to Amanda Bynes' life, because we love her.
As an honorable mention, I mentioned it earlier-ish, but Degrassi would make an incredible addition to Disney Plus. Like, there's so many people who started on Disney and ended up on Degrassi, or even started on Degrassi and ended up in Disney.
Also, for anyone who likes like rap music,
Drake.
hello.
You know, I get that it's an MTV thing. That's probably where we go wrong, but
True.
But Disney did buy out the next class, which is a Degrassi extension as well. Disney Plus seems to be very, very focused on like growing up and going with the ages and
very
stuff
much
like
so.
that. And therefore, like, this show is literally about all of these. It literally starts with 9th graders, follows them up to graduation. So we have so many different things that everybody goes through: teen pregnancies, eating disorders,
Deaths.
deaths, tragic events that happen at
Depression,
school,
yeah.
first jobs.
Yeah.
We have a
First
character.
girlfriends, first boyfriends, first relationships in general, different sexualities coming out.
It really pays attention to different personality types as well.
Yeah.
So like they introduce like the dark gothic emo chick. They also have like,
Preppy kids.
you know, it really, really includes everybody. And I
Yeah.
feel like there's a character everybody can connect with.
Absolutely.
So
Who did you most connect with?
well, I really I guess Claire Edwards, because
Yeah.
so she was a young writer. She ended up doing great things with her school years. She got into a lot of trouble unintentionally. I think my favorite thing is, and this is a little bit of a spoiler alert, I think my favorite thing is when she and Eli are first together and she's like, we're gonna get matching piercings because I've never done anything edgy. And so she goes and gets her cartilage piercing with them, and it was really, really cute.
That's cute.
It was really cute. But she ends up with all of the guys that I liked, like Justin Kelly. I think she was with him for a little bit in the show, and then same with Monroe Chambers. Like, every guy I had a crush on, she was with.
Fun fact, Monroe Chambers has a twin brother.
Thomas.
Who used to work on the acrobatics at Wonderland.
Yeah. Anyways, so that is our list today. I hope that some of these shows have sparked a memory and have inspired you to go and harass Disney Plus to add some of them to their lists.
But if they give you crud for it, don't send them to me.
Or me. Before I outro this video, I actually wanted to say, feel free in the comments below to tell us any shows that you remember that we didn't mention. Like, right off the bat, I'm actually thinking of Naturally Sadie, who had a girl who was in Degrassi. Also, Darcy's Wildlife, which was Sarah Paxton.
Wow.
I was thinking about this the other night. And also, of course, Life with Derek. We mentioned it. It didn't make the list this round.
Do the honorable thing and get these on there.
Yeah, like literally, I'll give you all of next week's add to Disney Plus list.
Yeah.
I've got 14 right there, plus Degrassi 15. We can do it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you guys next week with another video. Bye.